When we think of love, we often picture romantic relationships, but the Bible has a lot to say about love in all its forms. As we delve into these verses, let's remember that love is not just a feeling, but an action, and it's one that requires effort and commitment. Phrase, "If love fails, it was never love," may seem harsh at first, but it's actually a powerful reminder of what real love looks like. You see, love isn't about infatuation or excitement. It's about showing up for someone day in and day out, even when the going gets tough. In 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, Paul writes about the characteristics of true love, things like kindness, patience, and humility. It's not just about grand gestures, but about the small, everyday acts of care and compassion that show we're invested in someone's life. So when love fails, it can be tempting to assume that it was never really love at all. But what if instead we saw it as an opportunity to learn and grow? What if we took a closer look at ourselves and our partner and asked where things went wrong? In this article, we'll explore some Bible verses about love that challenge us to re-examine our expectations and actions in relationships. Join me as we journey through Scripture together. Biblical context and key passages. The phrase, "If love fails, it was never love," resonates throughout the Bible, appearing in various forms. One notable example is in 1 John 2:15-17, where John encourages believers to not love the world or anything in the world, because it passes away. This warning can be seen as a broader application of the concept that true love is not fleeting or superficial. In Isaiah 44:10, God assures his people, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you." This promise speaks to a deeper kind of love that remains steadfast, even in the midst of uncertainty or hardship. Another passage worth considering is 1 Corinthians 13:8, which states that, "Where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away." This verse highlights the impermanence of human love and encourages believers to seek a more enduring kind of affection. By exploring these passages and others like them, we can gain a better understanding of what it means for love to truly fail, and how that might be an opportunity for growth rather than a sign of something being inherently flawed. Consider the ways in which our expectations around love may be unrealistic or unhelpful. Reflect on whether we're prioritizing surface-level excitement over deeper connection and commitment. Meaning and key themes. The phrase, "If love fails, it was never love," is more than just a saying. It's a profound insight into the nature of true love. When we consider this idea, we're forced to confront our own assumptions about what love looks like and how it should be expressed. One key theme in the Bible that relates to this concept is the idea of agape love, 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. This type of love isn't based on feelings or attractions, but rather on a choice to care for and prioritize someone else's needs. It's a selfless kind of love that puts others before ourselves. Another important aspect of true love is its connection to spiritual growth. In 1 John 4:7-8, we're told that God is love, and that those who live in God live and walk in the light. This means that our love for one another should be rooted in a deepening relationship with God, not just romantic feelings or emotional highs. When we examine these themes through the lens of Scripture, we begin to see that love is more than just a fleeting emotion. It's an action, a choice, and a commitment that requires effort, patience, and kindness. The Bible also encourages us to re-examine our expectations around love. In Ephesians 4:2-3, Paul writes, "Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love." This passage reminds us that true love involves putting up with difficulties and working through challenges together. So what happens when love fails? Instead of assuming it was never real, we might ask, where did we go wrong? How can we do better next time? Consider the ways in which your expectations around love may be unrealistic or unhelpful. Reflect on whether you're prioritizing surface-level excitement over deeper connection and commitment. Practical application today. Applying these biblical principles to our everyday lives can be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. When we prioritize true love in all its forms, we open ourselves up to deeper connections with others and a more meaningful relationship with God. One practical way to apply this principle is by focusing on the small, everyday acts of care and compassion that show we're invested in someone's life. This might mean cooking a meal for a loved one, offering words of encouragement, or simply being present when they need us. In Isaiah 30:21, God says, "Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" This promise speaks to the guidance and direction we receive from God as we strive to love others well. So the next time love fails, whether in a romantic relationship, a friendship, or even our own hearts, let's remember that it might not be the end of something beautiful. Instead, it could be an opportunity to learn, grow, and deepen our connections with others and with God. Prioritize acts of care and compassion in your relationships. Take guidance from God as you strive to love others well. Conclusion. In the end, it's not about whether love fails or succeeds, but about whether we're willing to show up for each other with kindness, patience, and humility. When we focus on these qualities, we create space for true love to flourish. As we navigate the ups and downs of relationships, let's remember that love is not just a feeling, but an action, one that requires effort and commitment. By prioritizing deeper connection and commitment, we can turn our expectations around love into opportunities for growth and renewal. So the next time love fails, don't assume it was never real. Instead, ask yourself where things went wrong and how you can do better next time. Take guidance from God. Prioritize acts of care and compassion. And remember that true love is always worth fighting for, even when the going gets tough.